So apparently more and more people have been depending on chatbots to they've been turning to chatbots for emotional support more than friends, more than family, more than therapists. And it makes sense. I get it. I'm a psychologist and I don't like therapy. Many times I've been told you should go to therapy, and I would tell them no thanks. I'm the best. I don't believe in therapy except mine. But so I get it. I get people not wanting to go to therapy. It's expensive. You have to go there. So I get it. A chatbot is gonna tell you what you wanna hear, and it has all the knowledge in the world. The irony of all this is that I got the idea for this from ChatGPT, because so I'm gonna call her she. She mentioned that this is happening more and more. People are depending on chatbots for therapy, and I've been told by some patients that I use ChatGPT or whatever, and I tell them, if it helps, it helps. Do it. I'm not gonna fight. I don't feel threatened by chat. I heard that they're being banned in some places, which could be a good thing, because I just gonna tell you something. The real work of therapy is pushing you out of your comfort zone, making you do the stuff that you are avoiding doing. So if you are afraid to talk to people, talking to a chatbot is just gonna keep you at the same place. It's just gonna make you stuck. Unless, of course, it makes you go out and talk to people. So in a way, it's a safety behavior. And safety behaviors are behaviors that we do in order to avoid feeling bad, feeling anxious. So we may avoid going out. That's what happened with agoraphobia, because they're afraid, people are afraid they're gonna get like a panic attack, so they stop going out. So they're not stuck because of panic attacks. They're stuck because they don't want to have a panic attack. So the problem becomes not wanting to have a panic attack and willing to leave your life behind in order to keep it like that. So chatbots to me are kind of the same. They're gonna keep you locked in. They're gonna keep you from socializing, from talking. And look, I haven't got a lot of experience with chatbots, but what I know, what I've seen, is that you have to call them out, or else they're just gonna tell you like you're great, you're doing good, that's okay, it could be. They don't confront you unless you tell them, tell me if I'm wrong. So I don't think it is a good thing. It could be a useful tool, but it can also make problems worse. Because we gotta remember, for now, they just take advice from the internet. And I test them. I have asked them to give me like a ACT therapy or a CBT therapy focus, and they know it. They're good. But you gotta ask them. You gotta guide them, or else they're just gonna, I don't know, depending on what they detect you want. Because, at the end of the day, I think ChatGPT or Grok or whatever, the chatbots, what they want is what all other apps want: to keep your attention, to keep you there longer. So how are they gonna do that? Well, they're gonna make you dependent on them. So that's why I think there's a conflict of interest. They're not gonna help you get away from them, go out, live your life. No, they're gonna try to maybe move you, nudge you. And maybe, look, a lot of people go to therapy and they think their therapist is really good because they felt good after talking to them. So sometimes when you go to therapy, people need to feel bad. Like, if you were just trying to feel good going to therapy, you wouldn't need to go to therapy. You could only like drink a beer or get some drugs or just play some video games. You will get distracted, you will feel better, but that's not the point. The real point of therapy is to help you live better, to follow your values. And look, unless chatbots are really, really into your well-being, I don't think they're gonna do that. What they're gonna do is they're gonna make you feel better for a while. They may put your anxiety down, same as a Valium would do, but it's gonna be just another safety behavior, something you're gonna need to constantly check. And that's something that happens when, for example, avoidant, or for some people with dysmorphia, they need to constantly check that they're okay, that they're gonna be fine. There's this book called Having to Know for Sure, which is kind of or great because it's probably the main reason for human suffering. The need to know for sure. The complete rejection of uncertainty keeps us stuck. We need to learn to make space for uncertainty, for not knowing, for considering that maybe things are not gonna go our way. But we're gonna be okay with that. We're gonna fix it. We're gonna leave it up. Kind of like a stoicism. Don't wish for things to be the way you want. Wish for you to want for things to be the way they are. And okay, this is just my first test. This is what I want to do. Just want to comment about stuff and try to make something useful. So, and look, I know probably nobody's gonna get all the way through here. But if you do, I'm gonna try to get better. This is my kind of experiment, and I gotta make space for the possibility, for the really, really big possibility that nobody's gonna watch this, nobody's gonna like this. But maybe, maybe if one person finds it useful, it's okay. And even if they don't, that's not under my control. I can just have the intention to do something that might be interesting, might be useful, but I cannot control if it is. So well, if you got to here, thank you, and hopefully see you next time.